worked wonders. So actually, this is a home run for us, both of us. I'm actually really excited. Wait till you see the difference here already. And this is because also you've done some indoor training for a while. As you'd expect, like anything you do, like if you were learning how to, mountain bike or whatever, you'd be better at it the more you did it. Just like video lessons, same thing. Working with the video, watch how quickly you started to fix problems here. You took it back straight, up the plane, that's correct. Okay, and then look where your hip is. In this moment right here, this is a critical moment for Clay Stevens. Look, where's your hip? On the line, you get the applause, right? This is exactly where you're supposed to be, right? So here, 1 second. This picture is a critical picture in your backswing. If you can't get your hip in that place and the club on that plane, you're out of position. And it's like, if the problem is, there's players that, you're pretty athletic. Players can compensate, but it's better if you have everything going in like dominoes in the correct sequence. So then you don't have to really compensate. It's kind of moving how it's supposed to move. You get what I'm saying? Yep. So look, this is wonderful. Look, where's your hip now? And it's funny because I showed you the video of Charlie Howe explaining it in a little bit of a different way, and that totally made sense. And then we thought wall drill and the Charlie Howe hip movement, where Greg Norman said also his right hip went back. Just be careful to work with something, because right hip back can also pull your left hip off that line. So the trick is the right hip going to where the belt buckle was, like Charlie Howe said, which means the hip staying left. And then look at this. You went inside out correctly also on the downswing here. Now, the only mistake here has to do with that club head. Look at the club face position here, right? Please. You see how the club is turning this way? That's why the shot went so far left. And it's because of not stabilizing this left hand. Okay. The follow through has to feel like this. Look at the club face that he has here. I did some research on this and analyzed some players' swings earlier this year. And if you look at like John Rahm through impact here, right, when he with his left hand, you can just see it's a backhand. It's a for sure a backhand. Look at the left hand. Do you see how flat his hand is? Tiger Woods in a clinic in 2004, right? He says this. Look at this.
Easy to hit it flat. What I also try and do is try and feel the emblem on my glove goes at the target as long as I can keep it going there.
This idea of the backhand, the back of your hand coming through is something that many of these players are doing. One more, back to Dustin Johnson, you'll see that his hand through impact is also this way, where the hand. So see how the face through the ball, if you watch it right before the ball, look at this. Before the ball, it's square here, it's square there still, right? And so, right? And so what I want you to work on is I want you to also work on getting your hand this way. Now, what I find is that hand position is actually like doing a discus, like this. Like, watch this. If you hold this round disc, if you switch with me for just a second so I can show you, so straight back, the hip pivot, inside out, and then the hand has to be like this. Like I was gonna throw this thing like this at the target. You see, so my hand is this way. If you hold, it's heavy. Just please don't drop it, but hold it that way and just show me that you know what I mean with the hand position. Nope, hang on. So like hold it in your hand like a frisbee, like a frisbee. Have you ever thrown a frisbee?
Yeah.
Okay, just like that. And then, right. So that's the hand we want. Stay like this. You feel how the back of your glove is where it's bowed and at the target, would you say, right? So the emblem on the glove at the target. That's the feel of the left hand. Now do this. Grab your golf club, right? And then get ready to go. Golf setup. Do this. Straight back, the hip pivot. So above the wall, hip pivot. Inside, and then frisbee hand. So, and then when you do your frisbee hand, yeah, that's the hand position. Feel it here in that hand. Do that again for me on the camera, slow. Straight back, hip pivot, inside out, and then frisbee hand. Okay, now let's see what your hand looks like here. So that hip pivot idea works wonders. That's correct, Clay. Good job. You got your hip right where it should be, right? See how it's turning better this way? And it's funny, I've realized that some humans, it's better to think of the hip turn than the shoulder turn.
Yeah.
Because look, your shoulders are turning beautifully when your hips are moving correctly. So does Clay have to think about his shoulder turn? I don't think so. I think you have to think about the direction you're taking your club. I think you have to think about that the fact that you're taking it straight back and how you're going to move your hips. Okay, if you do those two things correctly in your backswing, half the battle's won. Now the second part is then bringing it from the inside, right? Which this was close. You might have needed to think about under the noodle more, right? But this it passes the test. Look, you're on the line, so we'll take it. And then I said this feeling of the frisbee hand. Now let's see. Now you got your hand leading forward, but you hadn't turned it underneath or hooked your hand under this way. Do you see? Like your fingernails are down, right? And so watch this. Back to this Podrick video. It's funny in his high shot video he talks about, of course, a low shot too. I think it's. Let me find the spot here. Hang on a second. Here we go. See his hand? So anyway, that's the hand position we want, is this backhand like that, right? So this hand needed to be turned under more. So if you would try it again, please.